Alright, so we promised that we would be doing a video 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
And so here we are. So it's a little bit delayed.
Right.
The world got a little bit nuts with COVID and all that other stuff.
Yes, you're sitting too close to me right now.
I think I'm clean.
Right.
I don't, well, to my knowledge, I don't know of anybody who's traveled outside of
me neither.
U.S.
Right.
Maybe not even beyond state borders.
Right.
So I think we're okay.
Right.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
If not, we're in our own little realm of germiness.
Right.
But, so anyway, this probably won't be like the best video you've ever seen because it's our first time doing this. And like I imagine most first times to be, it's not going to be the best. But
right.
But we're going to talk about some random things and hope that you learn more about us and maybe get a giggle out of something. So we were talking before, and obviously, like the coronavirus thing has been just blowing up all over the world. And so my daughter made this ridiculous video, which I just thought was so funny, like to hear a preschooler's view of how to handle this.
Right.
She was like, I'll make a sign. And then she started saying all this other stuff, and she's really convincing. And she was saying that jumping off of high things can give you the coronavirus. Something about your blood rushes, and then it makes you vulnerable to the disease. And then ticks, she was convinced that ticks would be giving you the coronavirus because they suck your blood and then somehow inject you with the coronavirus. And I was just laughing so hard because, like, she says this stuff, and one of the people commented on my post and said, I'm not going to jump off of high things, not because of my arthritis, but because Kennedy says it's unsafe and will give me the coronavirus. And I just, like, she makes this stuff up, and it's seriously the funniest crap in the world. But I don't know. So, like, that's, I think we've just been trying to keep the humor about it.
Yeah. Reading
things and not trying to crawl into the fetal position. But I don't know, what about your house?
Fetal position.
Fetal position.
We have been, just taking necessary precautions and, reading into this way so much because it's something I've never experienced. Mm-hmm. And it's like comparing it to, the only thing I can compare it to is like, whenever we've had blizzards and you're watching your school to come up and be closed and you're just waiting and you just find yourself like keep going on to these news sites like, why do I keep going? It's the same. They don't have the information that quickly. No. And I feel like all I want to do is like hear that maybe work's going to be canceled. I mean, maybe that's, I do work from home, but there's still the one day that I go in and I just think, what's the next step? You're just really, everybody's focused on the news, where before nobody really watched the news. No. And now it's like everybody is on everybody wants to watch the news. Or
I think I watched 3 press conferences.
Oh my gosh.
Like, when was the last time I watched a press conference?
Right.
But like you're watching. Yeah. And then you're reading all of these articles. Like I probably read more, in full disclosure, I don't read a ton of books and stuff like that. But I read articles, I like research. Yeah. But I'm not like a newspaper person. And I've read so many articles from like the New York Times, the Washington Post, and I was like, who am I? Who am I becoming? Right. It's weird. Like I am not a medical expert, but like I'll read these trying to gather some kind of interest, like connection, and I'm like, what is my end game? Right. I can't fix this. Do I think I have the answer? Yeah. I mean, my daughter does. Yes. Not jumping off of the high things and staying away from ticks, and then check that box. Right. But like,
my kids are completely unaware. It's very weird. I think that it's great because I know they don't have the anxiety that I've seen people post about. Like if your kids have anxiety, like do these things with them, calm them down, or consult someone to help them through the anxiety. And I guess I'm really like happy and lucky that they are so young that they aren't realizing. And it's great to have somebody in your house like not realizing because then it's like, oh, cool, they only care about playing or what day it is and when's Easter. Like, I don't know when Easter's going to be at this point. Like, it just feels, it just feels, when's the Easter egg hunt? And then we actually got a school thing came home that said the Easter candy will be after Easter.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, it's just, it's been crazy. It's been something I've never dealt with, never thought I'd have to deal with. And, it's just like we were talking about, like, it's just, you want to keep watching. Right. Like, I don't want to miss a minute of this. Right. And it's disgusting, but it's like,
I'm like just waiting for people to be infected.
Right.
Like, you're like looking at all of your neighbors and you're like,
Right.
I've noticed your car's been gone a few days.
Right,
Where have you been?
right.
Who have
Yeah,
you
where are
seen?
you going?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Have you been in a public gathering?
Right.
Are you washing your hands? And that's what I keep seeing everybody, like, you know, everybody's, okay, now, people could think that I'm one of these people. I'm a preemie mom. So listen, we've trained for this.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I already had the masks. First of all, now we know that they're not important, but whatever. And I haven't worn them for the record. But I have them. Mm-hmm. I have the masks. I have all of that kind of crap. And like hand washing, that is a thing. We always used to joke that whenever my daughter came home from the NICU that I was going to make my husband walk through a rain bar of alcohol.
Right.
We change clothes as soon as we get home. Like, we're on it.
I like the rain bar of alcohol.
I know.
I was thinking really about that. I'm like, oh, that would be cool.
I want it to be like the car wash.
Yeah.
The disinfectant, you know, like you just get in.
Right.
It's like the George Jetson thing. Like your clothes come off, you go in, then you're in this like enclosed tube where the rain bar goes through, and then there's like a blue light for sanitation. All of your stuff, like you put it on the TSA belt, you know,
right? And
then it gets sanitized as it goes through and X-rayed, making sure you can inspect for germs.
Yeah,
I would like that.
Right.
Sadly, that's not reality. But all these people are posting like, it's washing your hands, it's washing your hands. Yeah. And yeah, it is. But listen, I see these assholes most of the time.
Right.
Let me tell you, you're in there and you're like, people are like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, where's the soap?
Right.
And that wasn't happy birthday twice.
Right.
Okay? I didn't see you doing any of this.
Yes.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
So all these people posting this, I'm like, are you really washing your hands the right way?
Yeah.
And then same thing with other people. Okay, like listen, have I made a few panic purchases? Yes, I have.
Right.
But I've tried to be within reason. I bought a bag of potatoes. I was like, okay, that's reason. It's not something I would normally buy, which is confusing because I really love carbs. Mm-hmm. But I was like, that's something that we could eat like repeatedly and I wouldn't be tired of it.
Yeah.
And you can make a potato like every way. It's basically like the Forrest Gump thing with the shrimp.
Right.
You know, with the bubble gum.
Yeah.
Shrimp. Because like you can do anything to a potato. You can turn it into a gnocchi, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, scalloped potatoes, a rotten potato. Like it's endless. French fries. So anyway, I was like, okay, we'll buy that. So I had the panic purchase of that, and then I think I got some black beans.
Black beans. I
love black beans.
Really?
Oh my god, I love them. Yeah. But yeah, so I try to get things that I would normally buy. But all of these people are on the internet and they're posting pictures of the empty shelves and then criticizing other people. Yeah. And I'm like, right. What the hell are you doing there? Like, so you just happen to be Wednesday at 7 p.m. is your normal time. Okay, got it.
Right.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No, you're panic purchasing too.
Yes.
Don't be judgy.
Yes.
And don't like Facebook post about it like, oh, hysteria.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
You're just as bad.
Right.
Like it's okay. We don't know what's going on.
It's definitely like a lot of contradictory, and it just seems like we all want to find the answer. We all want to know when the end is and of the virus and
the end of Jesus.
And I think it's just like everybody's just, hanging out, doing their thing. And I actually watched a video last night of people in Italy singing.
Oh, I keep seeing that and I haven't watched it yet.
Just find this so crazy because I think like this is going to be us soon if we don't get the heck off the roads, right? Like I still see, not just for panic purchases, like I think people are literally just like, I'm going to keep going until they close the doors. But it is creepy. But at the same time, like these people in Italy are singing and it's like, we might be there soon, who knows? It's just, it's crazy. And I really just, I want to see it end like a snowstorm, like, hey,
like it's done,
just
check
like clean it up, it's over, So it's been crazy at our house and just trying to, like last night my husband built a swing set because my mom had purchased it for them for Christmas. And I think that my husband's way of dealing with it is just finding things to get himself involved in, which is great.
Is he nervous about it?
I think he is. I think he's starting to, because like he didn't believe me at first, but when the sports canceled, he literally just was like, "I've never seen this before in my life. I don't even know what's going on. Like this is the crazy, this is it. When he saw that, he was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I've never seen anything like this, and it's affecting everybody. It's not weather, This is something completely different.
That's what's weird.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know how to handle it. And like, you think about it, and it's like, okay, so the flu kills more people. See, this is all the shit that you start analyzing.
Yeah. And
then, like, SARS and the swine flu and all these other things. But, like, it's different, and I don't know why it's different.
Yeah.
I don't know if, is it just spreading differently, or is it that people are just taking it more seriously? We don't want to do those things again. Is it just that it's fine, like we're having an issue with it in America, or we could have an issue with it in America?
Yeah.
But it's different because, like, usually people are like, oh, H1N1.
Yeah, right.
You know? It's really strange.
Yeah.
My husband seems unaffected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's, like, really concerned with that backslash we're working on. So, I mean, like, silver linings, right?
Right. But yeah.
Swimming sets and backsplashes.
Right.
So.
But your daughter seems not... She seems like she's fine with it. She knows about it, but she seems like, okay, you know.
It's quickly become part of her daily life, which is really entertaining.
Yeah.
Because she, she usually goes to the gym once a week. And she was like, are we going to the gym? And I was like, no. Yeah. Why do you think we're not going to the gym? And she was like, coronavirus.
Yeah.
And I was like, Right. And then we were like, your school's closed for 2 weeks. How come? Why do you think? Coronavirus.
Right.
It's like she's super aware of it.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, I don't want people to get the coronavirus.
Right, right.
Just like really sweet appeal. But like, so it's super on her radar, but also like, I don't know, it's kind of like saying like a book to her. It's just like something tangible.
Right, right.
I don't think she realizes that coronavirus would be really terrible to actually get.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson really seem to be having quite a time over there in Australia. Their posts, don't they look lovely?
Yeah.
I'm like, he doesn't look sick at all.
Yeah.
I don't know, he seems to be enjoying his quarantine.
Right.
So, whatever. I don't know. My mom hasn't really said anything about it.
Right. Yeah, my mom, you know, she's kind of been like not saying so much about it, but also not saying like for me to relax, which is usually what she says to me, because I'm complete hypochondriac. Like I'm Chicken Little 100%. Like I thought about calling my doctors to go back on my anxiety medicine, and I'm just like, yeah, but it takes so long to get started. So
you have to go out to the pharmacy,
right?
Be in that waiting room,
right? And I mean, you know, your first couple days on it, it's really fun, but then after a while, you kind of get used to it anyway. So that's why I'm not on it anymore. But you know, it's just a whole thing where, you know, I think everybody's like really stressed out, and I see my neighbor's kids outside, and I'm like, I want to go outside and play with the neighbor's kids, and I'm like, oh, but that's social distancing.
Right, I know.
It like hits me like a ton of bricks. Like you know, but it's like I've always been kind of antisocial, so like I'm not really climbing the walls of my house.
Right.
But I'm sure there are people that like, I can't imagine being somebody that's like 21 years old, wants to go out and all that, and they're like maybe stuck at home with their parents, like these people that, you know, they're just like having a good time, or even college students like having to be home. Like what I think
those maybe not to be stereotypical, but I would say maybe some of those people are the ones not listening to the social. Yeah. I saw something on Facebook today. Isn't somebody's story of a person who was like 40.
Oh.
But at this event, like on a very small deck with hundreds of people, like it was an outdoor, like a restaurant deck. Yeah. With hundreds of people. And like hashtag social distancing.
Oh God.
And I was like, oh my God, like, it's one thing to like, you know, I had to go to Home Depot. Yeah. Nobody was there. We were basically the only shoppers, so maybe we're the assholes.
Right.
But like, it's one thing if you have to like go somewhere to get something specific, and then you go and you achieve that purpose, and then you move on. Yeah. You know, you treat it like, you know, like your mission on Puppy Dog Pals or something. Yes. Yeah. But it's another thing to like actively go out and be like this close to somebody when they're drinking. I was like, what is happening? Like, it's like they didn't realize that the world was happening.
Yeah, right.
I was so appalled, and I was just like, weird. Like,
yeah. Like, are you living in a different world? Are you on Antarctica?
Right. Like, maybe we should be there. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not worried that I'll die of it. I mean, that would be pretty... Yeah. Like, that would be bad. Yay, life insurance. Right. But, like, am I worried that I'll get it? I'm not sure. Right. I think I'm just, like, worried. And I'm not really sure of what. Yeah. And I don't know how to control it. And that's when I like to control things.
Yeah. I actually did not think you were worried at all.
I'm not. I don't know that I am. Like, I'm aware of it. Yeah. And then when I do things, like, I want to go to the gym tomorrow, and then I'm like... Yeah. Don't be dumb. Yeah. Don't be dumb. And
see, I'm very worried. Like, I saw somebody and I was just like, and I don't know. Like, I started thinking about all the things that you touch, and my OCD was getting the best of me. And then when Howard Stern went off the radio on Tuesday, I thought, oh my gosh, because Sirius actually closed.
Do you have Sirius?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
So I think that they had actually closed the building, and which is super smart. I mean, to kind of like take those measures when you're like a non-essential business. I mean, unfortunately, I think like things like that do make sense to me.
I got an email from somebody in India, and it was about business continuity and things like that, and it was saying the abilities of thermal scanners.
Oh.
And it can, maybe it's like the rainbow, like you walk through it or like an x-ray thing, and it apparently determines your body temperature.
Oh.
And if you had a raised body temperature, you got to go.
Yeah.
And the other buildings were on lockdown. Oh. And I was just like, I've never heard of that.
Right.
I didn't know that existed. And I was like, holy cow. Like, I can't believe that's a world that we're living in right now. Like, you have to go through this, and like, what if you're just a person with a high baseline?
Right.
Like, do they keep a file on you or something? Like, oh my god, like, sorry, you're not working today.
Right.
And I mean, like, worse things could happen, right? But
yeah,
I've never heard of a thermal body scanner, but I was like, dang.
Yeah, I never have either.
No.
But I definitely think that, everybody is getting so worked up, and it's, it is crazy out there. When I went to Big Lots the other day, I felt like all eyes were on me because my son's there and he's sucking his thumb, and I'm like, please stop sucking your thumb. Like,
I know.
It's just like, I worry about my kids more than anything, because like, I can't stand when they're sick, because they have not, they can't do anything, and it's hard for them to always tell you everything that's going on. So
I know.
That's what I'm worried about the most. So I definitely, and then, my mother-in-law stops over, and she's just like, oh, I'm so scared, and she gets back in her car and like starts distancing her away from me, and I'm like, bye.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so crazy.
Right.
I just wish I could fast forward and see how it's all going to play out.
Right.
Because, like, is this going to be okay?
Yeah.
Like, is what we're doing working?
Right.
Or are we all
when
screwed?
We wake up from the nightmare,
Right.
Every morning it's like, oh yeah, I can't go there. And,
right.
Like,
when are we going to be able to go to the grocery store and buy toilet paper without being judged?
Right.
I didn't buy any toilet paper this time.
Yes.
But for anything. Like, where are my hand wipes? Again, I'm a preemie mom.
Yes.
Thank God I do have a stockpile of those all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't get just, like, the purse wipes, because I clean every tabletop before I sit down.
Yeah.
I clean the chairs before I sit down. I clean belts. Because, seriously, like, have you ever thought about how disgusting belts are? Mm-hmm. Like, you pee or poop, and then you touch that, and then you wash it. Oh, my God, I can't even. It's, like, all the things, and I'm just like, I need those hand wipes.
Right.
Give me my freaking hand wipes.
Yes. I know. I know that even, like, they're saying, like, I've seen, like, more people, like, wipe down their grocery carts. So, I mean, things like that are definitely making me happy. Like, okay, maybe everybody's hands are clean enough to make my meal. I mean, maybe that's something.
No. I need to learn more about the transmission of it, too, because I really like to eat out. So I'm like, is to-go food safe? But probably not.
Right. And then all the free lunches everywhere for the kids and students. I'm like,
which is really cool, but
we were distancing.
Right, are we checking to make sure these people aren't carriers?
Right.
Are we screening them? Or maybe they need. Did you see the Washington Post thing that I shared this morning? It looked like a Pac-Man game.
Yeah.
Where they all, like, the dots bopped each other.
Oh no, huh?
Yeah, they go through and it shows different situations of, like, full quarantine to no measures taken at all. Yeah. And shows how quickly it spreads and then recovers and deaths and all that stuff. And everybody, once you recover it, you turn purple. Oh. So it's like, I want to make sure only the purple people, if they're no longer spreading, they're good. They're not of danger at all.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wish I knew.
Yeah.
It's going to be really strange. Like, I keep hoping that these places will close, so then there's not even a temptation to go anywhere.
Yes.
Like the gym and the restaurants. Which I know is counterproductive to begin with, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I feel like the bigger businesses are gonna be fine, but like these small businesses, like, how will they survive? I have no idea. When I had to cancel my son's birthday party at Seabase, and then I saw the announcement was put out on the Post-Gazette, I was just like, when I called him for that money back, I literally felt like the guy was ready to cry. And it's a heartbreaking situation right now, and like, thankfully, I feel like my son is not too upset. He's not completely aware. So it's just like really difficult, you know, it's like last weekend we had some kid's birthday and it's like, man, he got to have his birthday.
Right.
And now that's it. Right. So yeah, we're just kind of like to be continued to life. Almost, you know?
I think I saw that Italy suspended mortgage payments during all of this, which is cool. And then, you know, we had the student loan interest thing suspended, but I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to like just freeze everything. Like, okay, let's just whatever. Can we all just spend recklessly on to take care of these people, to buy all the ventilators, to do all the things, and just like forget that kind of happened.
Yeah. Right.
Like, we won't add any more bills to your debt. We'll keep paying these workers. Like, let's just... I know it doesn't work like that, but, like, you kind of wish you could just, like, cut this little square of history out and be like, this doesn't apply to regular rules, so, like, forget all your bill payments here and...
Right.
And then I'm like, is Amazon still going to be working?
Right.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
But, like, because that was my plan, like, have stuff delivered.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know, is that safe for them? Because they're literally just going out into the community then.
Yeah.
Delivering stuff. So are they then like the supreme carriers?
Right.
I don't know if that's a good plan either.
I don't know that's. I mean, from what I've heard from Italy, you can only drive to your job, drive to get gas.
They can go to work?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Drive to your job, drive to get gas, drive to the grocery store, and then you have to go home. So it's kind of like this martial law thing where you can only go to the places that you need to go, and you have to go back home. Nobody is recklessly hanging out there.
Right.
They're literally just singing out of their windows. That's the only entertainment they have. And in some ways, like, I feel like this has bridged people together. Because we are all not doing anything. And it's really like a psychology experiment. Like, who's going to be the first to say... But then on the opposite side, you have these people like you're talking about still having parties, living it up. And it's like, you know, that's the whole thing. So...
Like, the stuff just has to close.
Right. Like, I think it's just better if everybody gets on board with not doing those things, doing the things that are needed, and that's it. You know, but it's just tricky because even I feel like you tell people not to do something, the more they want to do something. Right. So there's always going to be that too. So
I feel like if we're really stuck at home, I'm going to have to learn how to cook or something.
Yes.
And then it's going to be like some kind of like I don't know, Food Network thing where you're trying to figure out what you can make from your pantry.
Right. I'm pretty good with that now. Like I feel like I really know how to like just whip it together.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you make?
Well, I mean, last night I just made like I sautéed mushrooms with onions, and
I have both these items so far.
I had bought like this rub for chicken, steaks, porks, and I just like throw it in there. Mostly it's salt, sage, and rosemary, and there was a lot of like sea salt in there, so it like gets a real salty taste. But I feel like anything but it's kind of like more saltier, my kids will eat. So it was just mushrooms, onions, broccoli, all sauteed together, and then I actually added steak to it, and then just threw it over like jasmine rice.
I love jasmine rice.
And they eat it, so.
That's good.
Yeah. But, and then I'll do like pork chops or, you know, chicken thighs. I will just throw into like chicken noodle soup but I actually have been like more on this idea of just making more meals from home because I don't really like to go out with my kids. They are just crazy anyway, so we've kind of like already been doing the home eating thing, so.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
I'm bad at that.
It's just kind of like getting yourself into that mode, and then if you tell yourself like, okay, I'm not going to go out to eat, and then you just kind of force yourself.
Then I think I'm going to get pizza.
Yeah. Right. You'll get it. You'll get it if they make it close.
My husband always tells me that, like, when I cook, I actually cook pretty decent food.
Yeah.
But, like, if I don't care, he's like, you're not cooking it with love. This is why this is not good.
Yes.
I don't cook with love.
Yeah.
I do it, like, once a year. I cook lasagna on Christmas.
Yeah.
So I bought that. I was like, that's a good panic purchase.
Yeah.
Like, I can make lasagna, and it's a reasonable thing that will last for days.
Right.
But, like, I just don't. I don't know. It makes me mad.
Yeah. I think it's just, like for me recently, it's been understanding, like, how to not overcook chicken breasts. Because you can dry them out really fast. So you have to kind of, like, understand to turn the flame down and, like, low heat, trying to just kind of, like, let it cook up in the chicken because you can dry it out so quick. And my husband's like a big advocate of telling me when the chicken's dry. So it's kind of been like my new thing to like get this great tasting chicken breast. But a lot of other meats are a lot easier to cook. That's for sure.
I don't eat any other meat.
I know you don't.
I like shrimp.
Yeah.
And I like seafood. I like shellfish in general.
Yeah.
Not in the north. Not where we are in the north anyway.
Right.
In South Carolina, it was a lot of good seafood. And I definitely miss that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I saw a thing the other day and it was like how you can bake poached eggs.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I can slap some of this crap in a container and
right.
see, but I called it crap. There's the love. The love isn't there.
Right.
And one of the 6 turned out perfect.
Oh,
but I wasn't sure because you put water in it and then you bake it for like 350 for 9 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And then I looked and it just didn't look like long enough, but I think our stove's just funny. So I put it in, I left it in for 18 minutes. And like I said, the one was perfect. It was like the white was perfectly white. The yolk was still perfectly gooey.
Yeah.
But the other ones were all just kind of funky. But I think it's critical to get the amount of water in that pan. Like, because you put them in a muffin tin.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I went wrong. But it didn't tell you. It was just one of those videos where it's like, great ideas, you know, and then it's like, with like 50 ideas all at once.
Yes.
And so I was like, all right, here we go. I'm pausing the video and I've learned the lesson.
Right.
I should Google it.
Yeah.
But I would like to do that because I really love poached eggs.
Yeah. And a lot of vegetables that I'm thinking about that you probably like, you know, you can actually just like put them in the oven and bake them. And, you know, like broccoli or cauliflower, you can just throw them on a sheet and just bake them with oil and salt and pepper. And, I mean, a lot of times that's a pretty good meal, and chicken, everything.
Yeah.
I guess for you is probably more chicken stuff, but I mean, I honestly, like I said, if you can make a chicken taste good, I can eat it every day.
Can you make blackened things?
No, I can't.
I love, like, I don't really love salmon, but I'll eat blackened salmon.
Oh.
I love blackened tuna. I love blackened chicken. Like, you can't just go to the store and buy a blackening seasoning, which is weird.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is this? What's in it?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
But I feel like that's the key to happiness.
Yes.
Is figuring out how to blacken thing. Yes. So, I don't know. It's probably like carcinogen. So fingers crossed on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So we're going to see what happens.
Right.
Because it might get real in there and...
You might have to do some cooking.
I don't know, yeah. I might just be eating the noodles a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I really think that... and the other reason that I like to cook at home is I feel like a lot of places are proportioning their sizes. And it's just like, man, I can make this at home. And there's a lot more food and, you know.
I love whenever, like, you used to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
And there'd be, like, a spaghetti meal that's, like, $120.
Yeah.
You literally, it comes out like this.
Yeah.
Ever so cute. Listen, for $120, I don't want cute.
Right.
I want something, like, to shove my face into that I'm going to feel like I need my stomach pumped at the end. Do not give me, like, this teeny little delicate, screw delicate.
Right.
Give me the food.
Like, if you're hungry 2 hours later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unacceptable. If you're hungry 2/3 through that meal and you're like, shit, I have 1 bite left.
Right.
You're screwed.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I mean, and then the other thing that I always think about, too, is, like, what would I rather spend my money on? I always have that conversation with myself, and I'm like, I'd rather buy myself stuff than go out to eat. I do that too.
Gosh, I don't know.
And my kids are hellions when we go out to eat. Yeah. So it's kind of it's forced me into it, you know, cooking. But I like to know that, like, if I can save some dollars by not going out to eat, that makes me feel good. Like when I can see that money coming back, like, hey, I didn't spend $30 on a pizza tonight.
Yeah, I need to figure that out because I do. Like, even if I go out and I make it, I'll buy this and I'm like, I just spent $21 on this.
Yes.
And it took me an hour.
Yeah.
I could have gone and just called somebody and for $21 had the food here.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm clearly doing something wrong.
Well, I mean, I think it just depends too, like, on all your ingredients, and then, like, what you get comfortable with putting in seasonings are, like, a big thing too. One of my favorite seasonings is thyme. So.
No, I don't like thyme.
Oh, okay.
No thyme, basil, rosemary. I'm out with all that.
Garlic salt?
I love garlic salt.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I could. Oh, God.
I like the new sweet onions too, or maybe they're not new, but like they don't when like you cut them. Ones. When you cut them, you don't tear up or whatever. But they are really good. They're more expensive, but I mean,
I love those. I have those also. So we do a lot of onion dishes.
Yes, yeah. Because onions just don't really work for me too well. Sometimes.
No, I love onions.
Yeah,
he hates onions. And Kennedy just kind of likes whatever.
Yeah,
which is good.
Yeah,
and macaroni. She loves Ashley macaroni. Which is just Velveeta shells and cheese that Ashley made for her once.
Oh.
But it is forever Ashley macaroni.
Yeah.
So, it's always fun.
Right.
So I guess we'll just see how it plays out.
Right.
Okay. So, that's our first video, guys. And hopefully we were remotely entertaining. And hopefully we'll watch again whenever we do this next week. Because our goal is to do it every week.
And hopefully corona-free.
Right, yeah. So
we're staying corona-free.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess like if we're in the same hospital on a ventilator, we'll be here for that too, right?
Yeah,
we can just, you know, keep ourselves busy somehow.
If things get too weird, we'll have to be on whatever Skype.
Yeah,
I don't really know how to use it, but I'll try.
Yeah, we can figure that out. We'll be learning all kinds of new things. You'll be learning technology. I'll be learning how to cook.
Maybe you can write into us what you want us to learn. I don't know.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh God. I hope you don't like adventure because I don't.
What you'd like to see Stephanie do?
No, hell no. I'm not a good sport, by the way. So,
don't ask her to ride an elevator.
No. No. There's a lot of things I won't do.
Yeah.
Shake somebody's hand fresh out of a bathroom.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that any day. Yeah. Try one of those things. Like I was watching, not Carpool Karaoke, but James Corden, and it was like, I don't know, some kind of truth thing. You had to like either tell like the answer or eat this disgusting thing. I was like, no, I would have just spilled all the details because I'm not eating any of that weird crap.
Right.
That is not for me.
It's funny that your daughter will eat anything because you are a picky eater, right?
I know. Yeah, she doesn't really care.
Yeah.
And like I don't eat any mammals, and she loves to eat a mammal. And she'll be like, "Is this dead cow?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." She'll be like, "I love dead cow."
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, "I don't like dead cow. I don't like to kill animals. I don't want to eat an animal that died."
Yeah.
I do. All right, like I said at the beginning of the video, she's all in on her convictions.
Right.
She'll say stuff and you're like, shit, I think she's right.
Right.
She was talking about the earth and making up words the other day. I might have to post that video.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's real convincing. So I don't know.
Nice.
Maybe she knows something about the coronavirus we don't.
She probably does.
She probably does. She spent a lot of time in the NICU. She probably picked up a lot of those terms for the first 3 months.
I mean, she already knew about jumping off of things.
She's on the forefront. We should really be getting her into these.
Putting up a sign to stop it.
Don't leave coronavirus here.
I mean, seriously, what could it hurt?
Maybe I'll get one.
Right.
I'll go right on Etsy.
Right.
Don't leave coronavirus here.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, and hopefully you enjoyed.